League of Legends is a massively popular game. At the time I'm recording this intro, we got about 2.5 million people playing it, but that doesn't mean that the people that are here actually want to be here. League in my friend group goes by another, perhaps more apt name, cock and ball torture. At the end of the night, there's at least one guy on call that's like drafting up his suicide note. You can just tell. But my cock is indestructible. You might catch me going solo queue norms on the weekends, and somehow, through some fucking miracle, I am having the time of my life out here. I think I'm the only guy that knows how to do that. Like, that's why I'm here. I'm gonna teach you how to have fun in League of Legends. Like, fucking trademark. You are sleeping on this character. I figured this was gonna be like a big punch thing. You look into the camera, you say full AD Vi, AD scalings here, 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 and here, and then you just kill the Ahri in one hit and upload the file. But now I have like 30 or 40 recent games of Vi. I have all these combos just statically repeating themselves in my inner monologue, and I've been punching a lot of objects around the house because I'm pretty sure I have Hail of Blades in real life. So yeah, I got a lot to talk about with this one. Here's the main concept. Vi has 2 charges of an auto attack reset that scales on AD and doesn't proc Hail of Blades. If you really only understood like half of that sentence, all you gotta know is we're gonna punch this guy really hard 5 times in a row. Now yes, there are a lot of characters that can attack fast like this, but Vi is pretty much the only one that can do it while also stun locking you. If an ADC gets knocked up and hit 5 times by 3 damage items, they're not coming down. And if you're the guy that's doing the hitting, in my experience, you're not coming down either. That's a drugs and alcohol joke. And that reminds me, I think now would be a good time to admit that I am really fucking hooked on this character, to the point where like I have a lot of this written down on my padded cell walls right now. So let's just do it. I'm gonna lay out everything you need to jumpstart for yourself the same obsession with Vi that has led me towards this extreme display of mental illness. And it all starts with the Duskblade. This has everything you're dreaming of if you want to start your Vi career. We've got the highest potential for CDR on any mythic item available. I'm pretty sure that's true. We got plenty of punch enhancer numbers over here, and this bullshit passive where you can go completely untargetable after a kill. Once you get used to this passive, it is gonna completely define your playstyle. You burst down an unsuspecting Soraka, you go untargetable, wait for your short ass cooldowns to come back, and just fucking do it again. The untargetability takes this from like a 1-for-1 shitpost damage character to something that can actually get a lot done in a team fight. But shut up, idiot, we'll talk about that later. Next up, we got Essence Reaver. We already have CDR, we already have auto resets, it's already perfect. This is an item that is going to reward you heavily for buffering inputs between your autos and abilities, and that's kind of the whole point of this entire operation. This passive has a 1.5 second cooldown, and if you're playing with your keyboard actually plugged into your PC, I'm thinking you're going to hit it every 1.5 seconds. We got a bunch of damage and CDR on it, just like the Duskblade, and we even got a little bit of crit on it for the seasoning. I would call these 2 items your core. This will give you the damage that you need to pick somebody off before an important early game objective fight. That's a stat check, bozo. You were not ready. Now this is where we meet a bit of a crossroads. From here you have 2 paths, both equal in value and honorability. The full damage path and the little bitch path. If you chose to go full damage, I wholeheartedly believe that Collector is the most fun option. I keep hearing that this item sucks, and like, yeah, it's had a rough couple of patches, but like, I kinda gotta get off the mic because I'm really excited. We got a block one! That's 6 entire lethality! And I know that doesn't seem like a lot, but like, think about how much lethality is on Duskblade. It's 18, and that's a lethality mythic. We're in business. If you go down the little bitch path, you're gonna wanna get Black Cleaver. In a lot of these clips, you're gonna see me with Asterix because I'm a fucking buffoon and I read the item wrong. But if you wanna get some health on you to keep the all-ins nice and safe, this is gonna be the item you want. It's gonna get their armor even lower than it already is, and it's got 6,000 CDR on it. So that should get you comfortably in range of whatever kind of combo string you can imagine. And from there, in very niche situations, you could go for more pussy items. Like if you need the Grievous, go for it, I guess. If you want GA, I'm not gonna pass judgment on your lifestyle, but you already committed to trolling by buying these items. So you should unironically commit to damage from here so you can actually do your job in a team fight. If you skipped the Black Cleaver from earlier, then pick up a Shojin now. You're gonna need CDR and health, and this is a more aggressive way to get both compared to the Black Cleaver. It's got a passive that looks really exciting at first until you realize it's got half efficiency on your Qs, so like, who cares? CDR, health, It's a more aggressive way to get both. We got one more slot, and it's probably Prowler's Claw. Vi's ult is pretty low cooldown already with all of this, so Axiom Arc seems pretty redundant to me. Your game plan is probably too unhinged for a stacking item like Hydra, especially this late, and the rest of the shit just seems pretty obviously underwhelming. You could get the Maw if there's like a Fed brand or something, but I know you clicked on this video because you wanted to one-shot somebody, so here you go. This got reworked in the latest update. Now it's just a big auto that comes out after a dash. Wait, Vi's Q! Her Q! It's also got a really nice run-of-the-mill spread of damage numbers. If you somehow weren't gonna be able to finish this Yumi kill before, like, here you go. You got it now, buddy. Good luck. This right here is a build I feel very proud to present as completed to you. Hey, no, you get that? I kinda like Navori Quick Blades. I haven't figured out exactly what to do with that information, but all 5 of these auto attacks reduce the cooldowns of your basic abilities. And if you get your attack speed up with other marksman items, you can proc W faster and get your shield passive back even sooner. I tried this for a game or two, and I ultimately found that the damage was too low to force the meme, but the building blocks are there. So maybe if you have a cool idea for a couple more items, you could get this up and running. Navori also has a passive that increases the damage of your abilities based on your crit chance, and these numbers don't look too impressive, but like, I don't know. Attack speed Vi has some potential. I just had to tell somebody. I'm sorry it had to be you. Vi can clear way faster than I thought she would. If I'm farming efficiently, I can usually get all 6 camps and still be ready to scrap for Scuttle with Smite Up. And in most games, that's just what I'm gonna do. Any character that can keep their jungle full cleared and take both Scuttles is gonna be able to get relatively fed off of just 2 laps around the map. That is your first back for perspective. But if you do this, your laners are gonna be vulnerable to early pressure, and they're not gonna be able to handle that. Like, emotionally. So for sure, be on the lookout for counter ganks or selfish regular ganks, but don't fuck up your whole life just to babysit the misfortune. Just come back in 5 minutes. You'll have ult, you'll have a bunch of damage items, you probably have flash up, it's free as hell. From there, you can just take a dragon with your numbers advantage, or you can farm your ass off until your ult comes back up and then just run that shit again. This works especially well if you do it on the same guy over and over again, because if you keep putting somebody through this, eventually they're gonna snap, and that's just what this game is all about, man. Let's go over those 5 punches from earlier to make sure there's no confusion. Q, auto E, auto E. There are a couple of reasons I do it in this order, but they're kind of boring and I'm trying to keep viewer retention up, so don't worry about it. You like the video so far? Like, comment, and subscribe! If you hit the Q and all 5 punches, you proc the W twice. That means their armor is non-existent, you're right in their face, and they're probably half health or lower. If they know what's good for them, they're running away right now. And that's what the ult is for. This thing will follow them across state lines. And once you get there, you will have plenty of time for another auto E. That combo does not kill ADCs, it sends them to hell. But that shit is kinda greedy if your target isn't an active team fight, or if they're like awake at the computer desk. So let me show you something more practical. The R makes you unstoppable and pushes nearby enemies away. Those two things together give it a lot more defensive utility than most players realize. So usually in a crowded team fight, it's better to shorten the combo to Q, auto E, R in order to plow through any disruption the enemies might put out. Then you got 2 more Hail of Blades autos and an E, which is more than enough to finish off any of your garden variety carry champions. Now don't get me wrong, these combos may be coming across to you as very particular, but in most of these fights, all you gotta do is close your eyes and let the spirit of Essence Reaver lead you. As long as you're buffering autos with abilities, whatever intuitive on-the-spot combo you randomly throw out is gonna be totally fine. If I can impart one piece of information in this whole section, especially for beginners, just try to actually remember that Hail of Blades exists. Other than that, you got the go-ahead from me to just slam your dick on the keyboard. That is everything you need to know to replicate my stupid behavior. I have been on an absolute Vi bender, just throwing my life away for one more combo, one more bullshit Duskblade multi-kill, one more hit of this unreal combination of items and mechanics. After like 2 or 3 weeks of nothing but Vi over and over again, my brain is finally starting to sort of heal and allow me to play other characters. If you're looking for somebody to try out the new lethality items on, if you're looking for a new character to pick up from scratch, or if you just have the same degenerative brain infection that I do, then I am begging you to pick up this character. It will completely ruin your life, I promise. Actually, don't click off. I got some channel announcements. Monday, Tuesday, and Friday, I'm gonna be doing streaming starting at 5 p.m. Probably gonna be like a lot of TFT streams, a lot of double up streams, but like, I don't know. I'd like to not be silver anymore, so maybe we can stream my brother carrying me out of gold. But yeah, we were gonna play a shitload of Double Up, and you're probably gonna see a couple of TFT uploads on this channel that are not quite up to the quality standards of this series, which I am still massively passionate about this series, and it's not going anywhere. But I feel like if I upload a couple of little TFT videos in between each one of these, it'll kind of help me keep my motivation up, it'll keep everything fresh. I could explain to you what this does for me cognitively, but it's really not that entertaining. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. Stream schedule Monday, Tuesday, Friday, 5 p.m. A lot of TFT content. Alright, that's good. See you later.